The silent vanguard. Captain Sarah Chen stood at the bridge of the ESS Defiant, her dark eyes fixed on the holographic display showing the Centauri defense ring looming ahead. The massive structure was the Federation's pride, a crystalline band of interconnected stations that had kept humanity contained within their solar system for the past 50 years. "Status report," she commanded, her voice steady despite the weight of what they were about to attempt. "Quantum fold drive operating at optimal efficiency," responded Dr. Aiden Kumar, his fingers dancing across the neural interface panel. "They still can't detect our signature. To their sensors, we're just background radiation." Sarah allowed herself a small smile. The Federation's arrogance had been their undoing. While their observers on Earth smugly reported on humanity's primitive spacecraft development, underground facilities across the planet had been perfecting technology that would change everything. "Message from Federation Control," announced Communications Officer Maya Rodriguez. "Standard approach verification request." "Send them the transponder codes we acquired," Sarah ordered. "Let's see how long their perfect system takes to spot the irregularities." The bridge crew worked in focused silence. Each of them had been chosen not just for their skills, but for their ability to think beyond conventional limitations, a trait the Federation claimed humans lacked. The Defiant itself was proof of how wrong they were. "Multiple Federation vessels on patrol route," reported Tactical Officer James Chen, Sarah's brother. "Standard formation. They're not expecting anything unusual." The ship's quantum fold drive hummed almost imperceptibly. Unlike the crude fusion engines the Federation permitted Earth to use, it manipulated space itself, allowing the Defiant to slide between the very fabric of reality. The technology had seemed impossible until Dr. Kumar proved otherwise. "Security scan incoming," Maya announced. "They're finally getting suspicious." Sarah straightened in her command chair. "Right on schedule." "Dr. Kumar, present status. Quantum signature is still masked. They're scanning for technology they understand, like looking for a horse while standing next to a teleporter." The Federation's arrogance had always been their blind spot. They categorized species by their apparent technological level, placing humanity near the bottom. Their observers watched Earth's space program struggle with chemical rockets, never imagining that humans were simultaneously developing something far more advanced. "Federation vessels adjusting course," James reported. "They're moving to intercept, but they still think we're just a smuggler with fake codes." Sarah nodded. "Time to show them why you shouldn't underestimate humans." "Dr. Kumar, disengage the quantum masking. Let them see exactly what they're dealing with." The Defiant's true form shimmered into view, a sleek vessel of impossible geometries and materials that the Federation had deemed too advanced for humanity to comprehend. Alarms immediately blared across the defense ring as their sensors finally registered what they were seeing. "Federation ships launching missiles," James announced calmly. "Conventional antimatter warheads. No evasive action needed," Sarah commanded. "Let them see." The missiles streaked toward the Defiant, their antimatter warheads capable of vaporizing any normal vessel. They passed straight through the ship's quantum field, their detonations rippling harmlessly through space where the Defiant appeared to be, but wasn't quite existing. "Federation control is going crazy," Maya reported with a hint of satisfaction. "They're demanding identification and threatening full military response." "Send them our actual registration," Sarah ordered. "Let them know exactly who we are." The response was immediate. Federation vessels scattered in disarray as they realized a human ship had not only reached their defense ring, but was demonstrating technology they couldn't comprehend. "Additional Federation warships emerging from the ring," James reported. "They're mobilizing everything they have in the sector." Sarah stood, addressing her crew. "This is what we trained for." The Federation kept humanity confined to our solar system, claiming we weren't ready for advanced technology. They watched us struggle with primitive rockets while smugly believing we could never surpass their understanding of physics. She gestured to the holographic display showing the chaos spreading through the Federation fleet. Today we prove them wrong. Today humanity demonstrates that creativity and determination can overcome any barrier. Dr. Kumar, bring the quantum fold drive to full power. It's time to show the Federation exactly what humanity is capable of. The Defiant's quantum field expanded, reality shimmering around the ship like heat waves off hot pavement. The Federation's mighty defense ring suddenly seemed less impressive, a relic of old thinking facing something entirely new. Multiple Federation frequencies broadcasting warnings, Maya reported. They're threatening to classify Earth as a hostile species. They already treat us as hostile, Sarah responded. The only difference now is they're starting to understand why they should have been afraid. James, target the ring's primary control node. Let's give the Federation a demonstration they'll never forget. The ESS Defiant moved forward, humanity's first step toward claiming their rightful place among the stars. The Federation was about to learn that underestimating humans was the greatest mistake they could have made. Breaking chains. Federation High Commander Zextal's tendrils writhed in agitation as he watched the impossible scene unfolding before him. The human vessel, a ship that shouldn't exist, hovered before the defense ring, untouched by their most powerful weapons. Impossible, he hissed to his command staff. Their civilization was contained, monitored. We controlled every aspect of their technological development. On the ESS Defiance bridge, Captain Chen watched the Federation's command center through quantum-enhanced sensors that pierced their supposedly impenetrable shields. They're still trying to make sense of us, she noted. Dr. Kumar, status of the quantum network. Full activation in 3 minutes, Aiden replied, his hands moving across his console with practiced precision. The Federation's trying to analyze our drive signature. They might as well be trying to understand a smartphone by examining smoke signals. The Federation fleet had grown to over 30 vessels, arranged in their standard combat formation, a technique unchanged for centuries due to their stagnant military doctrine. They had grown comfortable with their technological superiority, never imagining that a primitive species might approach warfare differently. Multiple targeting locks, James reported. They're bringing their heavy weapons online. Particle lances, graviton disruptors, everything they think makes them invincible. Sarah stood at the center of her bridge, projecting calm confidence to her crew. Maya broadcast on all Federation frequencies. Let's explain exactly what's about to happen. Maya nodded, opening the channels. Sarah's voice rang across Federation communications, translated perfectly into their various languages. This is Captain Sarah Chen of the Earth spaceship Defiant. For 50 years, you've kept humanity confined to our solar system, claiming we weren't ready for advanced technology. Today, we prove how wrong you were. On his command station, Zextal received urgent reports from his science division. The human vessel was generating energy readings that defied their understanding. Their sensors, designed to detect and analyze any known form of technology, couldn't make sense of what they were seeing. All ships, open fire, he commanded, his pride refusing to acknowledge the growing fear in his gut. Destroy that vessel. The space around the Defiant lit up with enough firepower to shatter a small moon. Particle beams, gravitic distortions, and antimatter torpedoes converged on the human ship, the Federation's most powerful weapons. Technologies they had spent centuries perfecting struck the Defiant's quantum field and simply ceased to exist. No damage, James reported calmly. Their weapons are being shunted into quantum space. Should I prepare a response? Sarah shook her head. Not yet. Dr. Kumar. Quantum network is ready, Aiden announced. The Federation's about to learn that while they were watching our rockets, they should have been watching our theoretical physicists. Sarah turned to Maya. Send the signal. Across the solar system, hidden quantum transmitters activated. Technology that the Federation had deemed impossible began creating a web of interconnected fields, weaving through space-time itself. The defense ring's sensors suddenly detected energy signatures appearing behind them, above them, Below them, everywhere at once. Multiple human vessels detected. Zextal's sensor officer screamed. They're everywhere. The Federation's mighty defense ring, their symbol of technological superiority, was suddenly surrounded. More human ships shimmered into view, each demonstrating the same impossible technology as the Defiant. 50 years of careful observation and containment had failed to spot humanity's true advancement. You tried to keep humanity in a cage, Sarah broadcast to the increasingly panicked Federation forces. But you forgot something crucial about humans. We don't accept limitations. We break them. The quantum network fully activated, creating a field that encompassed the entire defense ring. Federation sensors went blind, their communications distorted. The mighty barrier that had contained humanity for so long was now itself contained. They're trying to call for reinforcements, Maya reported with a hint of satisfaction. The quantum network is blocking all their transmissions. They're isolated. On his command station, Zextal watched his mighty fleet drift helplessly, their advanced technology rendered useless by something his species had deemed impossible. The humans had not only surpassed their restrictions, they had reimagined what was possible. Dr. Kumar, Sarah commanded, demonstrate to the Federation exactly what happens when you underestimate human ingenuity. Execute quantum shift protocol. The Defiance drives pulsed, and reality itself seemed to blur. The Federation's mighty defense ring, their unbreakable barrier, was about to learn that humanity's greatest strength wasn't their technology. It was their relentless determination to overcome any obstacle in their path. Echoes of revolution. The defense ring's command center erupted in chaos as Federation officers watched their impenetrable barrier phase, in and out of normal space. The quantum field generated by the human fleet was doing something their scientists had declared impossible. It was rewriting the fundamental rules of reality around them. Status report, Sarah commanded, watching the Federation's mighty structure flicker like a mirage. Quantum resonance cascading exactly as planned, Dr. Kumar replied. His dark eyes gleamed with pride as years of theoretical work proved successful. The ring's atomic structure is becoming quantumly uncertain. In simple terms, it's forgetting how to exist. On his command station, Zextal felt something he'd never experienced in centuries of military service, genuine fear. But the humans weren't just defeating them. They were challenging everything the Federation believed about the nature of the universe itself. This is impossible, he raged. You're a primitive species. Your ships shouldn't even be able to reach our defense ring. Sarah's response echoed through every Federation command channel. That's your fundamental mistake, Commander. You judged our progress by what we showed you, never wondering what we might be hiding. While your observers watched our chemical rockets, thousands of human scientists were revolutionizing physics itself. As if to emphasize her point, more human vessels emerged from quantum space. The Federation's sensors now detected over 200 ships, each demonstrating technology that shouldn't exist. Humanity hadn't just built a ship, they'd created an entire fleet in secret. Multiple Federation outposts reporting similar appearances. Maya announced, Operation Paradigm Shift is proceeding across all targeted sectors. The full scope of humanity's plan became clear to Zextal. This wasn't just an attack on the defense ring. It was a coordinated strike across Federation space. While they focused their attention on this single point, human ships were appearing near every major Federation installation. Your society's greatest weakness, Sarah continued, her voice calm but firm, is your belief that technological progress follows a fixed path. You categorize species based on what you think they should be capable of, never imagining they might take a completely different approach. James's tactical display showed Federation ships attempting to coordinate a response, but their rigid command structure was falling apart. They had no protocols for dealing with an enemy that could simply ignore the laws of physics as they understood them. Dr. Kumar, Sarah commanded, initiate final phase. The quantum field surrounding the defense ring pulsed, and suddenly the massive structure existed in two states simultaneously, both solid and intangible, present and absent. Federation crews watched in horror as their proudest achievement began to dissolve into quantum probability. "You don't understand," Zextal transmitted, desperation in his voice. "The defense ring maintains stability in this entire sector. If it fails, the consequences." "We understand perfectly," Sarah interrupted. "We've spent years studying every aspect of your technology. The ring's destruction won't cause the catastrophe you fear, because we've already accounted for the quantum backlash. Unlike you, we don't just use technology, we understand it." Across Federation space, similar scenes were playing out. Human ships appeared near major installations, demonstrating capabilities that shattered centuries of established scientific doctrine. The Federation's carefully maintained hierarchy of technological advancement was crumbling. "Message from Earth Command," Maya reported. "All fleet elements report successful deployment. The Federation's entire defense network is compromised." Sarah nodded, then addressed the Federation forces again. "Commander Zextal, in the next few moments, your defense ring will complete its quantum dissolution. But this isn't just destruction. It's a demonstration. Humanity is announcing its presence on the galactic stage, and we're doing it by proving that everything you think you know about technology, about physics, about what's possible, is wrong." The defense ring's structure began to fade like a dream upon waking. Federation ships scrambled to escape its vicinity, their crews finally understanding that they faced something beyond their comprehension. Humanity hadn't just caught up to Federation technology. They'd taken a completely different path, reaching capabilities the Federation had never imagined. "Final quantum cascade in 3, 2, 1, Dr. Kumar announced. The defense ring, pride of the Federation fleet, symbol of their technological superiority, didn't explode. It didn't shatter. It simply ceased to be, its very atoms deciding that existence was optional. In its place remained only the human fleet, their quantum drives humming with power that defied conventional physics. Federation ships hung motionless in space, their crews watching in stunned silence as humanity demonstrated just how badly they had underestimated Earth's potential. The age of Federation technological supremacy was over, and the galaxy would never be the same. The negotiating table, the grand chamber of the Federation Council, had never been so silent. Representatives from 300 species sat in stunned silence as holographic displays showed the aftermath of humanity's emergence. Where the mighty defense ring had stood for centuries, now only quantum echoes remained. Dr. Elena Santos, Earth's chief negotiator, stood calmly at the center of the chamber. Her gray hair and weathered face spoke of wisdom, while her steady gaze conveyed unmistakable strength. Unlike the elaborately robed Federation officials, she wore a simple black uniform with Earth's new quantum fold insignia. "The defense ring's dissolution was merely the beginning," she stated, her voice carrying to every corner of the vast chamber. "In the past 6 hours, human ships have neutralized 67% of the Federation's military installations. We could have destroyed them all. We chose not to." Federation Supreme Counselor Vexnor, his crystalline form shimmering with agitation, leaned forward. "You expect us to believe this restraint indicates peaceful intentions, after this unprecedented act of aggression?" Elena smiled slightly. "If we wanted aggression, Supreme Counselor, we wouldn't be having this conversation. The Federation would simply cease to exist, quantum particle by quantum particle." Murmurs rippled through the chamber. The casual way she described their potential extinction sent chills through even the most stoic Federation representatives. "What you call aggression," Elena continued, "we call breaking free from artificial constraints. For 50 years, you've treated humanity like children, restricting our development, limiting our expansion, claiming it was for our own good." She gestured to the holographic displays, which now showed human ships maintaining position near key Federation installations. "In that time, we didn't just develop new technology. We revolutionized our understanding of the universe itself. Your scientists said quantum fold technology was impossible. We didn't just make it possible. We perfected it. And now you think this gives you the right to dictate terms? Vexnor demanded, though his voice lacked its usual authority. No, Elena replied firmly. It gives us the right to be treated as equals. Humanity doesn't seek dominion over the Federation. We seek partnership, but real partnership, not the patronizing oversight you've imposed until now. Captain Chen's voice came through the chamber's communication system. Federation military vessels are standing down across all sectors. Their command structure is awaiting Council instructions. Elena nodded. You see, we could have destroyed those ships. Instead, we simply demonstrated that their weapons and defenses are useless against our technology. The choice is now yours. Continue viewing humanity as a threat to be contained, or accept that your understanding of technological progress needs to change. A reptilian counselor named Sithtal raised his scaled hand. You speak of partnership, yet you hold our military hostage. How is this different from the constraints you claim we placed on humanity? Because we're offering you something the Federation never offered us, Elena responded. Knowledge. Understanding. The quantum-fold technology that so confounds your scientists. We're willing to share it, not as a controlled release of approved advancements, but as full partners in pushing the boundaries of what's possible. The chamber erupted in shocked discussions. The Federation's entire social structure was built on carefully controlled technological advancement. The idea of freely sharing such revolutionary technology challenged centuries of doctrine. Impossible, Vexnor declared. Unrestricted sharing of advanced technology would cause chaos throughout Federation space. Only if you continue thinking in old patterns, Elena countered. Humanity's achievement isn't just technological, it's philosophical. We've proven that progress doesn't have to follow your predetermined paths. Innovation can come from unexpected directions when minds are free to explore. She walked slowly around the chamber, meeting the eyes of various representatives. The quantum-fold drive wasn't developed by following Federation guidelines. It was created by humans asking questions your scientists never thought to ask. Imagine what might be possible if all species were free to do the same. The chamber grew quiet as the implications sank in. Humanity wasn't just challenging the Federation's military power, they were proposing a fundamental restructuring of galactic civilization itself. We're prepared to submit a comprehensive proposal, Elena announced. New frameworks for technological development, cultural exchange, and mutual defense. But understand this. Humanity will no longer accept being classified as a developing species. Either we move forward as equals, or we'll demonstrate just how much further our quantum technology can evolve. The threat was subtle but clear. The Federation Council faced a choice between adaptation and obsolescence. Humanity had proven they could shatter the old order. Now they were offering to help build something new in its place. Supreme Counselor Vexner's crystalline form dimmed slightly, a sign of deep thought among his species. The Council will need time to consider these matters. Of course, Elena agreed. Our ships will maintain their current positions while you deliberate. Consider it a reminder that the future of the Federation now depends on your ability to embrace change. As the Council chamber filled with urgent discussions, Elena allowed herself a small smile. Humanity had done more than break free from Federation constraints. They had created an opportunity to reshape the galaxy's future. The real question was whether the Federation could overcome centuries of rigid thinking to seize that opportunity. New dawn. 1 month after humanity's quantum revelation, the Grand Chamber of the Federation Council looked markedly different. The rigid hierarchical seating had been replaced by a circular arrangement, symbolizing the new era of equality. Dr. Elena Santos sat beside Supreme Counselor Vexnor, watching as representatives from across the galaxy witnessed the first demonstration of shared quantum-fold technology. The principles are actually quite elegant, Dr. Kumar explained to the assembled audience. His holographic presentation showed the basic concepts of quantum-fold theory in terms the Federation's scientists could grasp. You were so focused on manipulating space that you never considered manipulating probability itself. Captain Chen, standing at the back of the chamber, smiled as she watched Federation scientists frantically taking notes. Their centuries of assumptions about technological development were being completely rewritten. "Remarkable," whispered Sithtul, the reptilian counselor who had initially opposed sharing the technology. "All this time, we thought we were guiding lesser species toward enlightenment. Instead, we were limiting ourselves by our own prejudices." The past month had seen dramatic changes throughout Federation space. The quantum-fold drives that had seemed impossible were now being integrated into Federation vessels under human supervision. But more importantly, the Federation's rigid system of technological classification was being dismantled. "As you can see," Dr. Kumar continued, "the quantum uncertainty principle doesn't just apply to particles. It can be applied to macroscopic objects, even entire ships. The key was learning to control the probability cascade." Elena leaned toward Vexnor. "Your scientists are adapting to the new concepts more quickly than expected." "Because you showed us something we had forgotten," the Supreme Counselor replied, his crystalline form glowing with newfound enthusiasm. "The joy of discovery, the excitement of questioning established theories." Across the chamber, representatives from various species were engaged in eager discussion. Species that had been labeled primitive by Federation standards were now offering unique insights into quantum mechanics based on their different perspectives. "Message from the Defiant." Maya's voice came through Elena's communicator. "The first joint human Federation quantum fold test flight is ready to begin." Elena stood, addressing the chamber. "Let's move to the observation deck. It's time to see the practical results of our cooperation." The assembled representatives filed out to the vast observation gallery. Through its transparent walls, they could see the ESS Defiant floating alongside a Federation cruiser. Both ships hummed with the same quantum-fold energy. "What you're about to witness," Elena announced, "is more than a technological demonstration. It's proof that progress comes not from controlling knowledge, but from sharing it." Captain Chen's voice echoed through the gallery. "Quantum-fold drives on both vessels are synchronized. Beginning joint probability shift in 3, 2, 1. The assembled representatives gasped as both ships shimmered and disappeared, only to reappear instantly at a predetermined point near a distant nebula. The Federation cruiser had just completed its first quantum-fold jump, something that would have been deemed impossible just a month ago. "Beautiful, isn't it?" Elena said softly. "Two ships from different cultures, using technology that bridges the gap between what is and what could be." Vexner's crystalline form pulsed with emotion. "We were wrong about humanity. We saw your rapid technological advancement as a threat to be contained. Instead, it was an opportunity for all of us to grow." The gallery erupted in applause as the ships performed a series of synchronized quantum jumps, dancing through space-time itself. Each successful maneuver represented not just technological achievement, but the breaking down of centuries-old barriers between species. "This is just the beginning," Elena addressed the chamber. "Quantum-fold technology is one breakthrough. Imagine what else we might discover when we stop categorizing species by their apparent technological level and start appreciating their unique perspectives." The Federation was transforming. The rigid hierarchy that had classified and controlled species development for centuries was being replaced by a network of cooperation and shared discovery. Humanity hadn't just proven themselves equal to the Federation. They had shown a better way forward. "We're receiving requests from 17 previously restricted species," Maya reported. "They're asking to participate in the Joint Development Program." Elena smiled. "Accept them all. The age of restrictions is over. Welcome to the era of unlimited possibility." As the assembled representatives watched the quantum ships dance through space, the old Federation was dying, and something new was being born. Humanity had done more than break free from their constraints. They had sparked a revolution in how civilizations could grow and interact. The future would not be built on control and classification, but on cooperation and shared discovery. And somewhere in the quantum probability space between what was And what could be? A new galactic civilization was taking shape, one where every species, regardless of their origin, had the chance to reach for the impossible and make it real.